Hello ladies and gents, I am the Rev. Welcome on back to more Gamedec. And in this episode, we will be finishing things up in our first case. So make sure you smash that like button. And subscribe. And let's get some. Give me back the kid. Indeed, you are present, although you most likely do not understand the word presence. I don't have any more digital tricks up my sleeve, and I'm a little tired of all this. You win. The kid looks healthy enough, at least physically. He's at your disposal. And I, the avenger of wronged women, will go back to my clients and tell them that the world won't learn of their misery. What do you mean? Just like you, I'm a contractor. Starlet hired me. You met her in Haggis' office. She was looking for justice for her girlfriend. The secretary of Director Haggis was blackmailed and sexually taken advantage of. She wasn't the only one. Ah. There was another woman taken advantage of by this son of a bitch. If not for me, there likely would have been even more. You see, our boy Fredo is quite the rogue, rascal, and scoundrel. No, wait, he's a son of a bitch and a juvenile scumbag. Let me have him. Let me finish what I started. What were you planning? I wanted to make a movie entitled Like Father, Like Son and post it online. I could use a few more scenes. See for yourself. A loop scene already appears on my deck. I think you mentioned it before. You said it was all to make Haggis obey. Yes, perhaps. I'm getting confused with all the... There can be more than one cause for human action, Gamedec. He sexually abused the women working for his father. Clever... Oh. Oh. I have a moral problem with this. I think we're gonna have to leave Fredo to Jester. You convinced me the kid's yours. You're an interesting case, Gamedec. Tell Daddy to follow my guidelines. He is to do exactly as I say. I hope, yeah. Yeah. Hey, I don't do, yeah, sorry. Alright, finally you're awake. What's happening to my son? Mr. Haggis, I was forced to stop the investigation. Why the hell would you do that? Fredo is inside, twisted and perverted. He's being held hostage by a hacker. Fuck. Wait for me in the office. The last sentence was quite and devoid of emotion. Why are you sitting here like that? Come over here. What the fuck happened there? Fellow was imprisoned and twisted and perverted by a hacker wearing a jester skin. Your son was caught in a loop and lost control of his digital body, but he was aware of what was happening all around him. Keep going, but choose your words very carefully. Let's go tell him about, him in the loop. The hacker took advantage of some unused code. He made an exploit, a loop. That's how he was able to capture your son. For hours, Fredo experienced the same short sequence. He was stabbing his lover in the heart with a dagger while having sex with her. My Fredo. The man sighed heavily. What's happening to Fredo? There was this theater with a stage. There was a bed on the stage. Fredo was having sex with a woman in the bed. It was looped. Your son's skin was scanned with Skinner software. He looked like he does in Realm. Everything was recorded. The recording was supposed to be called Like Father, Like Son. It was to be used as blackmail. Fuck. You called, sir? Clear my schedule for the rest of the week. Call Dr. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that name. For an urgent house call, at home, not here. That's all I need. I don't need anything else from you. The hacker wanted me to give you a message. What is it? He said, do as you're told and await further instruction. Son of a bitch. That's all. Goodbye. I snapped out of my thoughts. The apartment was overheated. The power must have gone out. I was covered in sweat for a fraction of a second. Something smelled rotten. I didn't understand. It showered in the evening, after all. I'd showered in the evening. I remembered the dream. A person was lying on a couch, fluids leaking through their suit. The stench was unbearable. I walked up to them, gently took off the helmet. It was me. That was when I woke up. Soon I started wondering how Fredo was doing. Time for slacking. I needed to restore the power to my apartment. Luckily, Bliss had a separate power source. Some home inspections where major domos really shine. Okay. Wait a minute. Let's see if everybody's... yeah, let's look out the windows. Is there anything going on? It's a nice view. Yeah. Just leave. Yeah, I just wanted to know if... okay, here's the Bliss thing. If I was the only one with the power out. Bliss control panel. She was the apartment's AI and my non-corporate panel. Check the electrical grid. The system didn't find any defects in the apartment. The fault was on the provider's end, which in this case were the tower generators. What's the problem? Did you contact the electricity provider and report a problem? Problem reported. I've been assured that everything has now been restored to working order. By the way, you got a new contract. Oh.
Breaking news.
Today is Tuesday, July 18th. My name is Carla Colomanuna, and this is the news. The creation of Diginet by BWI is still a very controversial topic. The company's spokesperson strongly denies the gossip, saying that psycho scans have been performed without the consent of the Psyche's owners. We have more news coming up. Fredo Haggis, son of Blue West Interactive director Jeffrey Haggis, oh no, has died. Oh no, according to unofficial sources, it was a result of a hacker's attack that prevented the deceased from logging out of a game. Boy's heartbroken father announced to our reporters that he's resigning from his position to focus on his family. Oh, he let his kid cook instead of listening to the hacker. What a, well, like father, like son, huh? This has been a Warsaw City News, your source for up-to-date domestic and international news all day long. Son of a... Yeah, but what do you expect? Like father, like son, what do you expect? Okay, what do we got? I remember buying this computer. I was only just starting out. It replaced the junker I had used to complete my first contract. I was so happy to have finished it that I made the purchase before getting paid. Would have bet my right arm on that client's integrity. If I had, then today I'd be walking around with one arm. Money for my latest contract could be used to give it a few upgrades. There could be other expensive. Okay. Bob Zappa. Well, he was the guy that was worried why his wife was in there in the first place, and we got some kind of a funky code from him. I did some thinking. Some things aren't easy to reconcile, but I hope this means a new chapter for our marriage. Heh, you wouldn't believe the kinky stuff we get up to in the bedroom these days. Sincerely, Bob. Well, I'm glad I made it. See, at least we had part of that come out good. Mr. Gamedec, got a problem. Transfer's gone through. Find me in harvest time. Once you're there, I'll toss a clue your way. What the... I earned and so. Oh, you're making fun of Star Citizen. How funny. Nah. Let's see. All right. Log into harvest time. Oh, what? It's good to have reserves. Okay, look at the helmet. I took the couch, displayed an error message recommending to reset it to default settings. The model's reliability have become questionable. Boy, I really should have done that glazer thing, huh? The glory days of this thing are well behind it. Okay, the harvest time HUD shows your farm level, the number of gold coins and chests you have collected, the active booster time, and whether you own a gun. Well, currently we don't own shizite, do we? Alright, let's go over this. Oh, howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome to High Rock, the most beautiful town in the Wild West. Name's Handy Joe. I'm a help bot, but don't go telling anyone. And I'll answer all your questions as long as you give me a yeehaw, motherfucker. See, supposedly I could give people this look that made them feel fear for their lives. That's exactly the look I gave him. Looks like I have a maverick on my hands, yeehaw. What can I do for you, desperado? Yeah, what's the general premise here? I didn't hear yeehaw, cowboy. Fuck it. That there just gave me the shivers from spurs ahead. Ooh, doggy. Now I'll answer your question, elated like a diving vulture. Harvest Time is a free-to-play game. Uh-oh, microtransactions. Improve your farm, work the field, breed animals, and get coins and unique treasures from crates. Crates are in fact loot boxes. See? But you didn't hear that from me. As a newbie, you can get a trial farm that you can improve up to level 10, yeehaw. Once trial period's over, you can buy a premium account. That's when the fun starts and they rip you the f off. Okay. I'm looking for a guy named Stanley. Know where I can find him? Ooh, searching, tracking, fascinating. Alas, I can't give you this information. You're not on this Honest Farmer's Friends list. Tough luck. Take a gander at the notice boards. Folk write all sorts of things on them. So if you're looking for something, maybe you'll look there. Find right there to the broken stagecoach. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, places of interest. Yeah, we're going to need to know that. Are there any places of interests? Or are there any interesting sights around here? Nah, cowboy. This game's boring as beans. Yeah, got it hit. Explore all the sights, smells, and feel alive. Visit your farm. Once you hit level 15, you can go to the saloon. Level 20, you get access to the guild house. Pretty neat, ain't it? Find public farms. I can set you up a locator that'll get you there. Want one? No. No thank you. Alright. Grand. Holler if you need me. I'll send all your questions except for the one about the meaning of life, of course. Yeehaw. Before you ride off into the sunset, meet your lovely game guide. Here's Wild Poppy. Howdy, cowboy. No, I'm not going to do it. Did you hear they inherited a piece of land from your uncle? Gamedec? Wow. Quite the name. So you'll have the chance to taste a rancher's life. Your uncle dreamed you would become the best farmer ever. I'd roll my eyes. What an original setting for a story. The first games of the 20th century had similar kudos. Yeah, similar ones. Exactly. Do you want to go to your farm now or start your adventure of a lifetime? Nope. Nope. I'll be waiting for the ambitious arrival on your ranch. Okay. Okay. Our work could be fancier. On the board, you'll find your answers. The loot we farm is always dank. Check the board by the bank. The writing on the board looked like what you'd see in a game of paper chase. This had to be a clue. I realized I should look for the next one. Oh, okay. Ah, there we go. To the cow pen you should go. On the board you'll see a swarm of clues. Found another clue, but the nursery rhyme and misspelling it all seems so puerile. Who wrote this? What the hell does puerile mean? Okay, so now we're looking for doggy. Oh, there we go. Tripping, sowing, and picking. Looting makes your head start tweaking. Climb the ladder straight to heaven, just to crash before 11. Someone went through a lot of trouble with these clues. Okay, so now I gotta find it. Okay, where is a ladder? Oh, there it is. Someone could actually... Ah, screw it. Couldn't think of a reason not to. I was curious about the view from the top. Ooh. All stuff that's not going to be very helpful. Oh, let's talk to the observer. Hi, Professor Locke. No birds around? Hello, why did you say that? That's my name, I mean, my last name, Locke, and I'm a professor. Ornithology. Wow. A virtual one. I observed the fowl of a harvest time. I haven't been here long, but you're right, no birds here. Fascinating, isn't it? No birds during the day, no birds at night. I've confirmed after weeks of observation. Aren't there? Splendid question. Nobody knows. I wrote about it on the message board, asked the admins, but there seems to be no clear answer. Some say it's a bug the delves don't want fixed. Others say they deleted them on purpose in order to get a smoother animation. Simulating bird behavior was too resource consuming. It doesn't make sense, right? It's the end of the 22nd century. It's unthinkable. See anyone here on the roof? Oh yes, a farmer was here not long ago. He was trying to destroy a gate. I told him to stop making noise because he was scaring the birds. Well, I think, yeah, we're supposed to walk the plank, right? The plank had the word jump engraved on it, just a casual stroll over chasm. Or maybe it meant a leap of faith. No haystacks down below. Screw it! You don't live once. Hoorah, baby! I found myself in a graveyard. It made me wonder whether I had actually died in harvest time. I didn't think it was possible. These candles have been lit recently, unless there was no such thing as a candle burned out in harvest time, but since it was a free-to-play game... Hello, anybody there? My voice echoed off the tombstones. The only response I got was dead silence. I should have expected as much. Saw motion, a human silhouette emerged from behind a tombstone. Hello, sir. I took a scanning program for my deck. In harvest time, it took the shape of an old-fashioned magnifying glass. I pointed the magnifying glass at the player, I ran the program, and a moment later, I had all the data I needed. Account, blah, 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 blah. Default avatar, farmer male. Default nick, farmer Stanley, organizing Orange Dream. Okay. I could have found out who he was or where in the realm he accessed the game from. Premium accounts didn't store such information. Let's talk about my job. Gamedec, I want to make sure that this dough, I mean this money, is enough. The advancement was enough. Pay rate was low, but acceptable. I'm not going to demand more. Yeah, that's enough. That will do, Stanley. Don't worry. Phew, that's good. Looked around nervously. For a moment, he gazed at the door of a nearby shrine. He faltered ever so slightly, but regained his balance and pinned his eyes on me. You seem tense. What's wrong, son? Oh, nothing, sorry. I thought I heard something. So, what should we talk about? How about the job? So we need help. Me and my friends from the group, we get disconnected a lot, especially lately. You get disconnected from the game, it could be software or hardware, or the connection. No, that's not it. All those things are good, for sure. We just get kicked out of the game and all the progress gets thrown away. Forced logouts were rare and usually caused by software issues, either in the game or in the computer controller, the player's couch. The cause would be displayed in the logs and the player had access to that data. The computer your couch is hooked up to must have reported the cause of those logouts. Do you keep those logs? Can you share them with me? I don't know how. I don't really know much about it. The technical knowledge of the player was often limited due to the equipment and launching the game. You know what? I could come over and check what you play on, take a look at the software. That's not possible. Please, Gamedec, find another way, because, you know, I live in my mom's basement. We had already talked about the money good. Let's see. Yeah, tell me about yourself. Can you tell me a bit about yourself? I'd like to know who I'm working for. I'd rather not talk about myself too much. You know, it's a matter of security and trust. I'm not just a game deck. I'm also a net personality that has to maintain their reputation. You can trust me. Okay, but I don't know what to say. I like games, but now I only play Harvest. My boss is a pain in the ass, so I work hard to bring in money. Once the enigmatic sphere dropped from a loot box, Ultra, my friends say I'm lucky with my rules. And I like a girl from the organization, but I don't talk to her because I'm too shy. Oh man, I didn't realize there was so much talking. Sit down, please. I don't feel tired, but I sat to be polite. Okay. Now what's up with loot boxes? Those loot boxes you mentioned, can you make money on them? Huh. If the gods of RNG smile on you, you can roll some rad items and throw them on the RMAH for real dough. Stanley's lingo was a mix of low city dialect and gaming jargon. What he meant was artifacts from loot boxes could be sold in legal auctions. Tell me more about your organization. Organization is a stretch, more of a group. It's called the Orange Dream. As we wear orange, we farm on public farms. We play on free accounts, so we don't have access to the guild house, but we do have some small perks. We've got our outfits, voice chat, but we don't talk anyways. Stanley froze suddenly. He looked still as a frame. His mom walked in his room. I checked the game log. He was still logged in. He hadn't been disconnected. Ugh, there's a small problem. My boss noticed I'm not where I'm supposed to be. He's looking for me. Playing at work, dude? What? No, it's not like that, but I need to disconnect soon. I'll be rude. Okay, before we lose this again. Tachypnea, issues with balance and speech distraction. This could be symptoms of exhaustion, but also side effects of pharmaceuticals. Stanley took off his hat and wiped his forehead as if he were sweating, even though the game didn't include it. He smiled apologetically. Ugh, I don't know what time it is, but I'm dead on my feet. I can see you're not doing so well. Tell me how you feel. Well, pretty bad lately. Work's getting harder. I've got a headache. My arms and legs are sore. Almost everything hurts. It's bad. Yeah. Is everybody suffering? Many other orange folk have similar symptoms. Yeah, almost everyone complains they're tired and muddled. Okay. All that. Ooh, wait a minute. Oh, people are faint. Okay. Yeah, we don't know shite. Ah, that getting in and out of games makes it hard to remember what day it is, what happened, and so on. Homer's time didn't simulate physical effort. It could have been caused by some specific location or something in Realm was tiring Stanley. Oh fuck, the boss is going to check on me in Realm. I need to go. Others from the Orange Folk will help. They're on public farms. Oh, you can exit the graveyard through the shrine. Let's meet here later when you know something. The game and disappeared from the player's activity list. I was curious what all's in this. Oh, okay, so it's a small little area. There was some nicely rendered stone texture. Who's buried here? Maybe that was the ghost, where the ghost came from. Yeah, let's search the grave. Why not? Or no, let's take a closer look. If the candles burn completely, some NPEC would have to come here regularly to replace them. That's why in cheaper games, candles are eternal. I noticed the pouch. It was heavy. I opened it and saw quite a lot of gold coins. Yeah, let's not touch it. They probably weren't hidden here for someone else to take. Besides gold in a graveyard, maybe in this pouch, there was some cheat. Okay, I can always come back, I would assume, right? Oh, no, I guess not. Oh, well. Sometimes it's smarter to not take those kinds of game code. They look like a fragment of some old seasonal event. These kinds of attractions were designed to extract money from players. The location was surrounded by a barrier closing off the playable area. It should be inaccessible, but the code wasn't perfect. Memory problems, loss of spatial awareness. Yeah, they all have the same problems. Yeah, that's the one that I need. There we go. Raven Knight. That has to be a terrible oversight. You haven't been to your farm even once. Don't worry though. That's why I'm here. Shall we go? No, no thank you. I will be waiting with anticipation for your arrival on your ranch. Selling in game time, I go carrots and more. The question would be, how would we get to the farms, right? Well, this is obviously the farms. See all the orange people? Midnight Express for sale. And folks, that is where we will stop. Keep your heads down, your game decks up, and I'll see you again real damn soon.